Classics are classics because we can rewatch them many times and never get bored. Today I'm going to cover 10 of the most rewatchable movies of the 1980s. Welcome back to Enchant Films, let's get into the video. Number 10, Raising Arizona, 1987. The Coen brothers have never been what one could consider mainstream filmmakers, yet the weirdness of their movies can sometimes make them addictive. Raising Arizona is one of their most entertaining movies, despite it being far from ordinary. Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter star as a childish couple who decide to kidnap one baby from a set of quintuplets. Not only did the Coen brothers manage to make a pair of kidnappers sympathetic, but they also made what is essentially a live-action Looney Tunes cartoon filled with colorful characters.
It's Junior.
Hi, Junior.
So far, we've just been using Junior.
We call him Junior.
Number 9, Predator, 1987. Action movies really began to take off in the 80s, with muscle-bound stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone representing the one-man army characters popular in this era. But Predator found a new approach to this kind of action movie as a deadly alien hunts a team of commandos in the jungle. The creature design of the alien is brilliant and one of the reasons the movie holds up so well. There's also a great ensemble of action stars who get picked off one by one in fantastically bloody ways. This all leads to the final confrontation between Schwarzenegger and the alien that is still so much fun. Number 8, A Christmas Story, 1983. Most people have those holiday movies that they must watch every year around Christmas time. While A Christmas Story was a financial disappointment when it was released, it has since become a classic for the season, and despite watching it every year, it's impossible to get sick from its charm. Though it is set in the 1950s, the nostalgia of the movie is timeless. It finds its humor and sweetness in those holiday memories most can relate to. Watching this movie every year can almost feel like watching your own home movies. Number 7, Midnight Run, 1988. Action comedies were also a big hit in the 80s, with movies like Beverly Hills Cop becoming big hits. But one classic from the era that is even more fun to revisit is the somewhat overlooked gem, Midnight Run. Robert De Niro delivers one of the best comedic performances as a bounty hunter, escorting a prisoner across the country while they are hunted by the FBI, the mob, and other bounty hunters. The road trip aspect is elevated further by some great characters and fun set pieces, all told with a great energy.
Good night. I was somewhere between Toledo and Cleveland.
Oh, no, come on. Cigarettes are killers.
Number 6, Airplane, 1980. For a comedy to be rewatchable, the jokes really have to make the audience laugh, even when they know all the punchlines. Airplane achieves this by having more jokes than any other movie around, and most are hilarious. While some things in the movie might feel dated, including the idea of spoofing airplane disaster movies, the wacky pun-filled humor remains timeless. It also helps that many of the actors, especially Leslie Nielsen, do such a great job of playing the ridiculousness of the movie completely straight.
Old man naked.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
My name is Roger Murdoch. I'm an airline pilot.
Number 5, Clue the Movie, 1985. Clue is another movie that wasn't successful when it was released, but has since gained a strong cult following. It is also a movie that proved you can adapt a board game into a highly entertaining movie. The movie uses the setup of the game to tell a classic parlor murder mystery story, albeit with an absurd sense of humor. The movie and its cast of characters are so much fun that the banter is as engaging as the actual mystery components. Once you know who the killer is, you'll watch it again for the laughs.
Invite you to an evening of mystery.
Let us out!
Murder.
Number 4, Ferris Buellers Day Off, 1986. Out of all the teen comedies of the 80s, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is the one that is most likely to have you smiling ear to ear the entire time. Matthew Broderick gives an endlessly charming performance as a titular high schooler who sets out to have the most epic day off. With such a loose story, the movie could risk losing its viewers, but it is so exciting to bounce around from one adventure to the next this lovable hero has in. It's the perfect feel-good movie as the audience gets to feel like they're sharing this fun day off with Ferris.
Bueller is he gives good kids bad ideas.
Number 3, Back to the Future, 1985. A brilliant plot will inevitably make a movie that is undeniably fun. In Back to the Future, Marty McFly accidentally goes back in time where his own future is, threatened when he accidentally meddles in his mother and father meeting for the first time. The genius premise sets up one of the most fun movies ever made. It has a lighthearted yet fast-paced tone while also being filled with funny and memorable characters. It is a movie that influences countless time travel movies that followed, yet it has arguably never been topped.
Father, fall in love.
For crying out loud, I haven't even been born yet.
And only Dr. Brown can help.
Number 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas teamed up to deliver one of the best cinematic heroes of all time. Harrison Ford starred as Indiana Jones, an archaeologist adventurer who set out to find the Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis got a hold of it. Though the franchise that resulted from this had some dips in quality, the first adventure is a roller coaster of excitement. Ford cements the character as a charming and swashbuckling hero, while Spielberg stages some of the best action set pieces of all time. Number 1, The Princess Bride, 1987. There is something about stories of pirates, princesses, and magic that is so appealing to the audiences. The Princess Bride found a way to capture the magic in these types of stories and do something new with it, with legendary writer William Goldman penning a hilarious adventure. The humor in the movie makes it a riot from beginning to end, but it never wanders too far into parody. In fact, even without the comedy, the story and its characters are enough to want to revisit it again and again.
Build a frame for it. I'm swamped.
And affairs of the heart.
My Westwing will.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.